Frequently asked questions we get from onboarding clients. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle, and on this channel we go over everything related to Walmart WFS and also the automation company where we manage a little bit over 170 stores now on Walmart. As you can see by the title of this video, I do want to go through some frequently asked questions that we get a lot from onboarding clients and just use this video as a way for any clients that are interested in, potential clients that are looking through our channel and interested in potentially signing on with us to be able to come here and get a lot of those questions answered, hopefully. And again, if you have any more questions and you want to jump on a Zoom call directly with me, definitely book a call in the link in the description and we can go through any questions you don't have if I don't answer them on this video. But again, it's about 3 to 4 really commonly asked questions that we get that I'll be able to tackle for you here in this video. The first one we get, and the biggest one, is how long does it take to get started and get a Walmart store set up, which that one's a pretty quick answer and a pretty easy answer, where our onboard process is about a week's process. It's not a very long process. What you're going to be looking at is once you go through with signing the contract and the upfront service fee and all those different things. After that, the first thing we're going to do is get you added into a group chat where I'll be inside of there and the rest of our team, and that group chat's going to be so that throughout the duration of your contract we're able to answer any questions that you have, but also provide you with updates on what's going on with your store. So that'll be the first thing. Once you're in there, we're going to share over 2 spreadsheets with you. Again, one of them is going to be your buying sheet and one of them is going to be your order sheet. You've probably seen these sheets on the channel if you've watched quite a few of the videos. So those sheets will get shared over to you, and then the last step to actually getting you set up will actually be setting up your store. And it's a very simple process on Walmart. Plugging in all your information shouldn't take you any longer than about 25 minutes to actually go plug in that information on there. Once you do that, then Walmart will take about 24 to 48 hours to actually review and approve your account. As soon as you're approved on there and you're set up and ready to go and we have access inside of that account, that's going to complete your onboard cycle at that point. Now you're getting into the rinse and repeat cycle of just sending in funding for inventory. So that's going to kind of kick off that process. So that whole process, just getting the store set up and ready to go so that you're ready to start us filling you up on inventory, is going to take you about a week overall to get, give or take. Again, if you can work quicker and you're not on a super busy schedule and you can get those things done very quickly, it can only take a couple of days if you're someone that is busy. And again, it is you that has to set the things up. So if you're busy and you don't have the time to do it, and that may drag out a week to 2 weeks to actually get you set up. But if you're able to set those things up, which again doesn't take much of your time, you're looking at about a week's time frame to get fully set up and on board. The second most frequent question we get is, what products will I actually be selling? So again, if you take a look at our YouTube channel, you go take a look at the website, you're gonna be able to see a lot of that inventory and those products that you are selling. But just to run through them quickly, again, it's everyday consumables that makes up, on Walmart, about 50 to 60% of the sales that we're doing on there is the mouthwash, toothpaste, deodorant, floss, shampoo, conditioner, all those everyday consumables. And then the other about 40% is made up of, now we're selling on some higher ticket electronic products. So those products can consist of TVs, monitors, headsets, keyboards, all those different high ticket electronics, which does actually assist in some quicker turnaround time, some quicker shipping and whatnot, because you're looking at less units but higher purchase price per unit. But those are the most likely the products you're going to be selling on. Once Q4 comes around, we may sell on toys and kind of lean into that niche a little bit more. But again, that would only make up a month or 2 of the inventory you're selling on, and even at that point, it's not much where on the toys that we sell on in that time frame. So just about 95% of the inventory you're selling on is either going to consist of those everyday consumables and with those high ticket electronics as well. And then the last one I'll go through, and definitely one of the most common ones we get, is, why do we need you? If we're so good at what we do and managing the stores and selling on there and locking in good pricing, all those things, sourcing inventory, everything, why do we need to bring on clients? And again, you've probably heard me say it quite a few times by now, but it all comes down to buying power. In order for us to get access to the pricing we're getting access to currently, we need to be placing $1 million purchase orders is what we're doing now. If you're only spending 50 or $100 $100,000 with these suppliers, you're just not going to get close to, you know, the pricing that we're getting access to. So the more clients that we bring on, the more funding we're able to pool together, the better pricing across the board for all of our clients, and then we're able to obviously share in the profit on your store. So it's a way that it's a win-win. You know, if we were just doing this on our own, we wouldn't be able to get the same pricing. Yeah, we could keep 100% of the profit that we were making from the store, but again, it would be a much lower number because the margins would also take a drastic hit. In the same sense, if you were to get started on your own, you know, you're also going to be getting much lower margins, having to do all the work as well, whereas you can do none of the work and get you know, that same margin, if not higher, you know, obviously because we are cutting off a profit split. So that is why I do think the automation model makes so much sense, is because we need you in terms of getting access to the pricing that we need to get access to, and then, you know, you'd be looking at the same ROI, if not much better, working with us than you'd be getting on your own and not having to do any of the work. I hope this video was helpful. I hope that answered a lot of questions you have. Again, if you do have more questions, feel free to book a call with me, but I appreciate you joining me for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.